This discussion and posting on here is about a guy who's almost as famous as what you could possibly imagine where I live in Britain, but he's not so well known in the States. He sold more than 250 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists of all time. In the UK, he has total sales of over 1.5 million singles in the United Kingdom, and is the third top-selling artist in UK singles chart history, behind the Beatles and Elvis Presley. Having been born in October 1940, he is now 81 years old. His 1958 hit single "Move It," which is credited to him and his then backing group, the Drifters, who soon later on changed their name to the Shadows, in order to avoid confusion with another group, is also credited with being one of the first authentic rock and roll songs produced outside the United States, and possibly the first produced in the UK. Cliff has also had moderate success in other countries, Canada, for instance Canada, where he had successful periods in the early 60s, the late 70s and early 80s, with some releases certified gold and platinum. He has remained a popular music, film and television personality in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Northern Europe and Asia, and retains a following in other countries. In between touring, he divides his time between Barbados and Portugal. In 2019, he relocated to the USA, where he is able to walk the streets unnoticed due to not being as famous there. He has been quoted as making the following remark in an interview: "I never broke America. When I was young, that used to bother me, but now I'm glad that I never did. I can walk around there in peace and quiet." He has had a certain level of success in the States, however, and was revealed that fellow singer-songwriter Elton John gave him a helping hand by releasing one of his best-known singles on his label. Cliff states that his US label weren't bothered about releasing the aptly named "I'm Nearly Famous," so Elton John put it out in the US on his Rocket label. "Devil Woman," the single taken from it, was Cliff's biggest ever hit over there, selling over 1 million copies, peaking at number 6, thus going gold, as it also did in Canada, where it reached number 4. This was in 1976. Another of his songs, "We Don't Talk Anymore," released 3 years later, it was another big hit on both sides of the Atlantic, topping the charts in both the UK and Germany, thus becoming a gold single in both countries and reaching the number 7 spot in the American charts. The following year, a duet with the Australian singer Olivia Newton-John called "Suddenly" reached number 15 in the UK charts, number 20 in the US charts. He has achieved 8 US top 40 singles altogether, the first of his singles to dent the charts over there being "Living Doll" with the Drifters in 1959, which reached number 30. I have put links in the description below to the songs "Living Doll," "Devil Woman," "We Don't Talk Anymore" and "Suddenly," so perhaps someone living in the US might be familiar with one or more of these songs. I have also put a link to Cliff's debut single "Move It," although that song was very obscure in the US, never charting despite being popular in the UK. If you do live in America and you've heard of Cliff Richard or his backing group, the Shadows, please let me know in the comments below.